Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss Infosys Verbal Test Paper 11. The first question we have here is critical reasoning. All engineers are logical thinkers. Some logical thinkers are good debaters. So they have given us four conclusion statements. We need to identify which conclusion statement is right as per the given statement. All engineers are logical thinkers. Some logical thinkers are good debaters. So it means that some logical thinkers are engineers. Okay. So all engineers are good debaters. All engineers are good debaters. Here they have mentioned all engineers are logical thinkers, but only some logical thinkers are good debaters. So that means that all logical engineers are not good debaters. Only some engineers are good debaters. But they have mentioned all. Next one, some engineers are good debaters. Some engineers are good debaters. So that is possible because all engineers are logical thinkers. Some logical thinkers are good debaters. So ideally, some logical thinkers also include some engineers. So that is the reason option B is correct. Some logical thinkers are engineers. Some logical thinkers are engineers. This is incorrect. So next, let us go ahead to the next question. Anyways, logical thinking guarantees good debating skills. This is not at all relevant to the given question. Next one we have premise. Premise is nothing but fact. If you exercise regularly, you will improve your physical health. John exercises regularly. So here the conclusion is John's physical health will improve. Regular exercise guarantees perfect health. There is nothing called guarantee in our premise, so this option is eliminated. John is healthy because he exercises. They did not mention whether John is healthy or not, they just mentioned John exercises regularly. So that is the reason this option is also incorrect. Next one, John will become a professional athlete. Again, this particular information is also not given in our sentence. So the only conclusion we can draw from our above premise is John's physical health will improve. So because if you exercise regularly, you will improve your physical health. John exercises regularly. Because John exercises regularly, he will improve his physical health. So that is the reason option A is correct. Next one, most successful entrepreneurs are risk takers. Most successful entrepreneurs are risk takers. So the conclusions given here are all risk takers are successful entrepreneurs. Taking all risk takers are successful entrepreneurs. Taking risk is the only way to succeed. That is not at all mentioned in the given statement. Only way to succeed, no. All risk takers are successful entrepreneurs. That is also not stated in our statement. They have mentioned most successful entrepreneurs are risk takers, but they did not mention all. Next one, some successful entrepreneurs are risk takers. But here in the given statement, they have given most, not some. So that is the reason this particular statement is also incorrect. Next one, D. Risk taking is common among successful entrepreneurs. So that can be as drawn as a conclusion because if you see here, most successful entrepreneurs are risk takers. So it means that risk taking is common among successful entrepreneurs. Next one, we have a passage here. Education plays a vital role in shaping the future of individuals and societies. In today's competitive world, access to quality education determines opportunities for success. However, millions of children worldwide are deprived of basic education due to poverty, lack of infrastructure, and social inequalities. Governments and non-profit organizations are working tirelessly to address these issues by building schools, training teachers, and providing scholarships. The focus is not just on improving literacy rates, but also on fostering critical thinking, creativity, and life skills among students. What is the main focus in the passage? So, uh, let us read the options. Improving literacy rates only, highlighting the role of education in shaping societies, discussing infrastructure issues in schools, focusing solely on scholarships. So, they are talking about highlighting the role of education in shaping societies because they are talking what is the importance of education and how governments and non-profit organizations can work together to addresses these issues in building schools, training teachers. So they are talking overall importance of education. Next one, which group is most affected by the lack of access of basic education? If you see here in today's competitive world, access to quality education determines quality of our success. However, millions of children worldwide are deprived of basic education due to poverty, lack of infrastructure. So, who has children living in poverty? Next one, which is not mentioned as solution to educational challenges in the passage, which is not mentioned. They have asked us not mentioned as solution. Education challenges. So they have what does they have mentioned? Government and profit tirelessly work these issues by building schools, training teachers, and providing scholarships. Right? So here they are what are they talking? Training teachers, building schools, providing scholarships. So only they did not talk about reducing competition among students is not mentioned in the passage. Next one, which additional focus does education need beyond literacy rates according to the passage? Which additional focus does education need beyond literacy rates according to the passage? So, if we see here, the focus is not just on improving literacy rates but also fostering critical thinking, creativity, and life skills among students. Which additional focus does education need beyond literacy rates? That is creativity and life skills. Next one, what is the tone of the passage? Definitely, it is not pessimistic and neutral. Critical is not. Only the relevant option is optimistic but realistic, right? Because if you see here, they're talking in today's competitive world, access to education determines opportunities for success. However, millions of children are deprived of education due to lack of poverty, but there is a hope that governments and non-profit organizations are working tirelessly. So they because they have mentioned working tirelessly to address these issues That is the reason we can mention it as optimistic but realistic. Next one, synonym for advocate. The synonym for advocate is supporter, right? Not opponent or critic or leader. Next one, mundane. What do you mean by mundane? Mundane means dull. They're asking us antonym. So dull opposite is exciting. Choose the synonym fortitude. What are the options given there? Cowardice, courage, doubt, fear. Okay, what is the meaning of fortitude? Strength of mind, right? Or courage. That is the meaning of fortitude. So the meaning is they're asking a synonym, that is courage. Cowardice, this is the opposite of fortitude. That means cowardice means lack of courage. That is cowardice. Next one, find the error in the sentence. Each of the members of the panel who were selected for their expertise in diverse fields have expressed their opinions on the matter. Each So they are asking us find the error in the sentence. So here if we look at each of the members, because it is mentioned as each of the members is singular, so it should be followed by a singular verb, right? That means it should be who were selected there for their expertise in diverse fields has expressed. It should not be have, because we have used singular subject. It should be has. So that is the reason option C has correction. Next one, by the time the project is completed next year, it has been 3 years since we started working for it. So here they have mentioned by the time project is completed next year. So it means they are talking something about future, right? So we have to mention here it will have been by the time project is completed next year, it will have been 3 years. So we have to mention will have been instead of has been. We have to mention will have, because they have mentioned future perfect by the time project is completed next year. So they have mentioned clearly next year, so we have to mention here future perfect instead of present perfect. So the error is in B. Next one, find the error in the sentence. Having finished the presentation, the projector was turned off by the team leader. So the error is here, having finished the presentation, which means that the person who finished the presentation, right, should be the subject of the next action. So the here there is a this correction is called modifier. Okay, error in the modifier. Having finished the presentation, the team leader turned off the projector. So the team leader should come first. The team leader turned off the projector. That is how it should come. So the error is in B. If you see here, the particular sentence is in passive voice because they have mentioned by. Usually we should write in active voice. Okay, so how come this will become active voice? The team leader turned off the projector. Then it becomes the active voice. It should not be passive voice. Next one, the jury was divided in their opinions regarding the verdict to be given in the complex case. The jury were divided in their opinions regarding the verdict. So if you see here, the jury is a collective noun, which we have to use singular verb. So option A is eliminated because they have used were, and rest all we have was or is. Even in this C option, they have used is. We no need to change past tense to present tense because there is no need to change the tense. So we need to find out whether B option is correct or C option is correct. Sorry, D option is correct. So what is the difference between B option and D option? If you look at in both the options, the jury was divided in its opinions. Here they have mentioned the jury was divided in their opinions. But because we have used collective noun is a singular, we have to consider it as a singular noun. We need to use its instead of their. Okay, they is used for plural. Okay, so that is the reason here option B is correct. Next one, no matter how much efforts he puts into his work, he seems to receive little recognition for his contributions. Okay, so here if you look at four options, no matter how much effort he puts into his work. Effort, efforts, effort, effort. So if you look at here, effort is a uncountable noun. So we always have to say it as effort. In one of the test papers we have discussed advice. There is nothing called advices. Advice itself is an uncountable noun. Similarly, effort is also a uncountable noun. So we have to use only effort. So wherever efforts are there, we need to eliminate those options. So here, if you see here, option B is eliminated because it is mentioned as efforts. Now let us look at the other part of the sentence. No matter how much effort he puts into his work. Again, if you see here, in some of the option he puts, which is correct. Whenever you are using singular subject, we have to use singular verb. So always he puts into his work it comes. So again, option B was already eliminated. Now option C is also eliminated because here they have mentioned only put. Now let us identify whether option A is correct or option D is correct. No matter how much effort he puts into his work, no matter how much effort he puts into his work, in both the cases, the phrases are same. He seems to receive little recognition. He seems to receives little recognition. So again here receives. There is a difference in these two words. Now we need to say always we know we need to use 2 plus V1 form of the verb. So that is the reason option A is correct. We have to say he seems to receive. Next one. Had the authorities acted sooner, the situation would not have deteriorated to this extent. Okay, so if you look at the options, if the authorities had acted sooner, the situation would not have deteriorated to this extent. Had the authorities acted sooner, the situation would not have been deteriorating to this extent. This is would not have been. They have mentioned here been. Okay, if you remember, this is third if clause. Okay, so whenever we are using third if condition, it should be the first phrase should be in present perfect and the second phrase is would plus have plus V3 form, right? So in this particular case, had the authorities acted sooner, the situation would not have deteriorated to this extent. So the given particular sentence is correct. There is no change required because the third if condition is already satisfied in the given condition. Even if you look at A option, this is also correct. Also correct, but in the given question there is no change required. So that is the reason we are selecting no correction required instead of A. If there is a mistake in given question, then we could have chosen A, but there is no correction required in the given sentence, so that is the reason we are going up with D. Next word, convert to indirect speech. He said, I cannot attend the meeting tomorrow. As you know, I will be converted to he, tomorrow will be converted to next day. So only these two options we have next day. So we need to identify whether either of the options are correct. As you have seen, cannot will be converted to could not because can should be converted to could. So that is the reason option B is correct. Next one, convert to direct speech. She mentioned that she would complete the she would complete the work by evening. She will be converted to I, would will be converted to will. So only will is there in this particular option. So we need to say only B is correct. I hope you understood, right? Whenever we are converting from indirect speech to direct speech, we need to convert would to will. Only will is there in this option. So we can directly convert this into indirect speech. We will be converted to they have been. Present perfect will be converted to past perfect. That is had been. So they said that they had been working on the project for a month. Next one we have here grammar test. A farmer had a goose that laid a golden egg every day. The farmer soon became very rich, but he was also very greedy. He thought that the goose must have a lot of gold inside it. So he deciding. The answer is decided to kill the goose, right? We all know from the context it is decided. Okay. Next one. A farmer had a goose that laid a golden egg every day. The farmer soon he decided to kill the goose when he dashed the goose. When he kills. When he killed the goose, right? When he killed the goose, he found no gold inside. The goose was just like any other goose. The farmer, the farmer realized. The farmer, the Just give me a minute. There is a technical disturbance. The farmer realized the farmer realized that he had been foolish and greedy. Okay. Next blank. If he had been patient and and treated treated the goose well, he would have continued to receive golden eggs every day. The moral of the story is, so I am sure you might have guessed by this time, right? The moral of the story is greed is never rewarded. Okay, greed is never rewarded. Greedy, we should not select greedy because greedy is an adjective here, but greed is a noun. We have to say use noun here. Greed is never rewarded. So here comes to the end of our paper, test paper 11.